coming up from the Northeast Live studios in Guwahati. Northeast Tonight with Wasbir Hussain.
Hello and welcome to Northeast Tonight, the show that decodes the region. With electioneering in Manipur gaining momentum, the big question in everybody's mind is whether the BJP would manage to form the next government in the state by emerging as the dominant political player. Optimists in the BJP say they would certainly win 40 seats and could even touch the 50 mark in the 60-member state assembly. One will have to wait and watch until the 10th of March to know the results. But what remains a fact is that the BJP in Manipur is going to the polls without any pre-poll alliance, despite having formed a government in 2017 with the help of allies like the NPP and the NPF. The fact that the NPP, still technically a part of the Biren Singh-led coalition government, has filled at 40 candidates and is hoping to win at least 20, indicates that the BJP has not just a Congress to contend with, but the NPP as well. It's a lie that has gone its own independent way this time. As for the NPF that has a hold in the Naga-dominated hill areas, it appears that it considers the Congress a bigger enemy. The NPP has said its options are absolutely open, and if it bags more than 20, it may not need the BJP's support. Well, the Congress, the actual opposition in the state, too, has been exuding confidence of emerging as the largest single party. Well, one again has to wait and watch. To discuss the election dynamics, I am joined from Imphal by Congress leader K.H. Debabrata Singh, spokesperson of the Manipur Congress. From Moirang, I am joined by BJP leader and party candidate Prithviraj Singh. From Imphal, I am joined by Awangbo Nyumai, the president of the NPF Manipur unit. I have Sheikh Nurul Hassan, general secretary organization of the NPP Manipur, also joining me from Imphal. So, gentlemen, welcome to Northeast Tonight. Let me go straight to you, Prithviraj. Prithviraj Singh, the BJP leader and candidate of the party from the Moirang seat. The Congress today, Prithviraj, has dismissed your party manifesto as a bunch of lies. That is what Jairam Ramesh has said. JP Nadda, the national president of the BJP, had released the manifesto today at a high-profile event where the party has promised a slew of things for Manipur if it wins to power, like free scooty for meritorious girls, laptops for meritorious class 12 students, 100 crore startup fund for the farmers, and so on and so forth. But Prithviraj, the Congress decides to describe it as a bunch of lies. Hello. Okay, technical snag right at the beginning. This is the problem in the Northeast. Yes, Prithviraj, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you loud and
clear. Okay, your party president has launched a manifesto. There are a whole lot of schemes, a whole lot of plans and programs, whole lot of promises made in the manifesto. But the Congress has decided to call it a bunch of lies. All right. So, Debabrata Singh, why do you consider the BJP manifesto a bunch of lies? Is it just election gimmick that you are making by calling the manifesto of your rival as a bunch of lies? What do you think?
Wasbir, we are not just calling a bunch of lies as an electoral rhetoric. Because once you go through the manifesto, the 20-point action points that they call it, there's nothing except the territorial integrity, subscribing to the territorial integrity of the state. Other areas, it is small issues which they have forgotten to do in the last 5 years. They have carried it forward, and make it appear the big things that could change the state. But what about the 5 years? They have done nothing. Even the COVID case, they could not handle it properly. It took almost 2.5 years. And they couldn't run the government while trying to think about a positive approach to the COVID case. What the government has been doing, they admitted in several instances they couldn't do anything the last 5 years, but because of the pandemic. But what about before the pandemic? What they have done? They have not started nothing. See, the Prime Minister came, the Home Minister came last month and promises about 5,000 worth of projects. It could have been done long time back at the beginning of the government, and now they could have come and inaugurated the projects. Now they are laying the foundation stone, clearly indicating that they haven't done anything in the last 5 years. In the beginning, in the middle, before the pandemic, they inaugurated a lot of projects that the Congress party had taken.
But Devabrata, your party, you have also promised 50,000 jobs. Now, in a small state like Manipur, how on earth can you provide 50,000 jobs? That is also some kind of a jumla.
Don't be afraid, Wasbir. I'll come to the point. The Biren government promised, when they drafted their last manifesto, they promised 1.5 lakh jobs every year, promising 7.5 lakh jobs in the last 5 years. Even a single appointment, they could not bring it properly and declare the results. Not a single appointment, in spite of the state having more than 20,000 vacant posts, they couldn't make a simple 100 appointment, 200 appointments.
Right.
I don't know what the amount of backdoor appointments we have. We don't have any idea about it till we will inquire about it. But we are modestly keeping at 50,000. We'll increase agriculture and allied sector by doubling its productivity.
I'll come back to you, Devabrata. I'll come back to you, Devabrata. Prithviraj, can you hear me? Simple question.
Yes, I can hear you.
Now, the Congress has described your election manifesto released today by BJP National President JP Nadda as a bunch of lies. So we have to, may I request our producers to please disconnect Prithviraj and fix the line, and then we can have Prithviraj back, hopefully. Now we'll stop Prithviraj. Let me go to, no, your line is disturbed. Let me go to Nurul Hassan, the General Secretary of the NPP Manipur. Nurul Hassan, welcome to Northeast Tonight. This is your debut appearance on the show. The issue is NPP has suddenly become a big political player. Now, what are you promising the people? Because your party leaders are saying that you are going to win, you are going to emerge as the single largest party. Is it also an election time tall claim made by the NPP, or are you really serious?
This 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election, we have started our campaign on a positive note. And we concentrate our campaigning only on the positive campaigning, not on the negative campaigning. And we are coming up with issues, and issues that has been kept neglected for such a long time. Our state revenue remains 7% for last 50 years, though our state become a full statehood. Now, NPP will emerge not only as a single largest political party in this upcoming election, but we will fill the vacuum, the political vacuum. We will emerge as an alternative political party in the present political scenario.
Mr. Nurul Hassan, lot of people watching this program would like to ask you, if you are not happy with the performance of the state government, many will ask you, why did you continue with the BJP-led government for the last 5 years? What was the compulsion for the NPP to stay on with the BJP-led coalition government in Manipur?
We have been raising issues that are concerned with the people of Manipur from time and again. And as a part of the NEDA, we are a part of the NEDA in Northeast. At the same time, we are part of the NDA. And we have made commitment at the beginning of this coalition government that we will continue till the end of this government. That was one thing. And another thing is that at one point of time, we even withdraw support from the BJP-led government because we do not agree with certain issues. And after consultation with the senior leaders and the national president and with senior BJP leaders, we came back keeping our commitment that we will continue with the government. But the BJP has always tried to weaken NPP and suppress NPP.
Now,
and,
was it Nurul Hassan, was it a mistake? Was it a mistake on your part to first tie up with the BJP in 2017? Was it a mistake? Looking back, now if you are analyzing, would you have been on a better position to face these elections in 2022 had you not been a part of the BJP government?
There are pros and cons of being in the coalition, considering that there was no common minimum program, at the same time no cabinet coordination committee, at the same time there was no name for this coalition government. But being a part of the NEDA, we went, before aligning with BJP, we went to Congress. But Congress, even though they win 28 seats, but they could not form government. So we have to move towards the BJP, and with our support, only BJP come to power. BJP lead the government because of the support of the NPP.
Okay,
but NPP has always stood for the...
Right. Yeah, I'll come back to you, Nurul Hassan, in a minute. First of all, I want to clear, is Prithviraj on the line or not? Prithviraj, can you hear me? I am asking you a very, very simple question. The Congress today described your manifesto as a bunch of lies. Would you like to respond, or would you not like to respond at all to this question?
Well, Wasbir Bhai, first of all, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. It is Congress parties or any other political party's prerogative to say whatever they feel like about the Bharatiya Janata Party's manifesto, which was released by our Honorable National President Shri J.P. Nadda ji. And I believe that every political party releases their own manifesto before an election. That's a ritual that every party has to do. But what is important is which party who is going to come back to power with an absolute majority. That political party's manifesto is very important. What I would say is that to some party, especially the Congress party, may feel that whatever we have committed today to the people of Manipur may sound that we are giving freebies. But if I remind your esteemed viewers that, providing increasing of the oldest pension from 200 to 1,000 rupee is a bunch of lies, then God save them. Then say, for example, providing scooties to meritorious award. It may sound luxury, but it is a necessity, because if you see, many girl child does not have the luxury of going to colleges due to lack of transportation. So this is basically a need. It's not a luxury. And say, for example, you have talked about providing laptops or iPads. See, this has become a necessity.
Yes, nobody can deny Prithviraj that this has become a necessity. Let us have only Prithviraj and Debabrata on the screen. Let us have these two gentlemen on the screen, Debabrata and Prithviraj. Now, do you think, Prithviraj, that the Congress has become desperate, and that is the reason why they are calling your manifesto a bunch of lies? Do you think the Congress, do you get a sense that the Congress is getting desperate? I want Debabrata to respond, but first Prithviraj.
See, I wouldn't say they're desperate, but see, this is election time. It is their prerogative to say whatever they wish to. But what is important is what is there in the manifesto. People have to understand, and I believe that the people of Manipur are extremely happy with the announcement of a manifesto, because many things which will be benefiting the underprivileged. Say, for example, the old age pension. See, what is the value of 200 rupees these days? See how many old age pensioners, the beneficiary will be giving a quantum jump from 200 to 1,000 rupees a month. So that is going to directly impact the lives of thousands and lakhs of old aged pensioners.
Okay,
so that is this.
Right. Devabrata, lot of people now, your critics, some people in the BJP are already saying Prithviraj is a gentleman, so he is not saying it, but some people we have spoken to during the day, some BJP members in Manipur are saying that Congress has become desperate and therefore they are calling it a bunch of lies. And do you think increasing the pension for elderly people from 200 to 1,000 is going to make a huge difference? Do you think? Okay, now Prithviraj cannot hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh yes, respond. No, Prithviraj, you can. No, I'm talking Devabrata. Devabrata, could you hear my question?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, please respond. Are you desperate?
No. See, Wasbir, some BJP leaders think our aggressiveness now as an opposition party is desperate. This is wrong. We are aggressive at the ground now. We have taken down the BJP to such a level that if there is a free and a fair election, they are in no way to come back to power. That they know very clearly. So therefore, they are manipulating the term to call us a desperate. We are not desperate. Of course, in some area, we are desperate the non-performance of the BJP. We wish that they perform well and that they become our good opponent. See, their partners have left them. Half of their voters had went to the JDU, where a lot of BJP ticket losers had jumped board, thinking that JDU is an NDA partner, therefore they can be access to power. On the other hand, NPF again going free of the BJP. Of course, they are criticizing and going against the Congress.
Okay.
Because they cannot go against the BJP because they are having a trust with the BJP. Therefore, they have made the Congress an enemy. Of course, we agree to that. But post-poll, NPF doesn't have any way other than to support Congress party to form the government.
So, did you say that NPF has no other option other than supporting the Congress? Is that what you were saying?
Post-poll, they don't have any other option. If they are going back to BJP, they are lying their own promises.
But they criticized you yesterday, the NPF. NPF criticized you like anything yesterday. Top leaders of the NPF were touring the Hill District. They criticized the Congress as party. Nobody is talking about even in the country.
No, see, NPF actually doesn't have any other option than to criticize the Congress because they have a strategy for the poll, going to the people asking, vote for us because we have Congress.
Let me be, I have, Devabrata.
Give me 1 minute.
I have
In 2017, the NPF criticized the BJP, but they came back they partnered with BJP to form the government. Remember that?
No, now I have Mr. Awangbo Nyumai, the president of the NPF Manipur. I am going to him. But before that, Mr. Devabrata, are you saying that although the NPF is criticizing the Congress, but NPF post-poll will have to side with the Congress? Is that what you are saying? Yes or no?
Maybe, I don't know. Because why they are criticizing us, I do not know. But they think criticizing us, they can get votes. Let them get the votes, but at the end of the day, post-poll, where do they go alone? Because they don't have the number to form the independent government. Because without supporting somebody, they cannot be in their government. If they hope to stay in opposition, it's all right. They can be part of the opposition.
Right. Let me go to Mr. Nyumai. Mr. Awangbo Nyumai, the president of the Naga People's Front, Manipur State Unit. Mr. Nyumai, welcome to the show.
Yes.
We have been covering the Naga People's Front campaign, and we have heard that your top leaders, both Mr. T.R. Jeliang and the Chief Minister of Nagaland, who belongs to an alliance partner or friendly party. Now, you have criticized the Congress. You said that your leaders said that nobody talks about the Congress. The Nagas in Manipur also should not talk about the Congress. But we have Mr. Devabrata on the show who is saying that NPF may be criticizing the Congress, but they have no other option but to side or align with the Congress. Your response?
we criticized the Congress for the reason that they tried to divide the people. You know, during the Congress regime, the world knows there was a fight between one community to another community. There was no peace, bonds and strides. There was a political, social turmoil. They never tried to reach out to the people and they never tried to find out what is the grievance of the people. That's why there was a lot of social insecurity.
Now, right, but Mr.
Political insecurity.
Mr. Newmai, Mr. Newmai, NPF is, there are 11 seats in the Hill districts, 11 seats in the Hill districts.
Yes.
NPF has put up candidates in 10. That means you have to back, or if you have to be in government, you have to support a bigger political party.
Yes.
Now, which is that political party of your choice? Is it going to be the BJP, or it may not be the BJP? Is it going to be the NPF? What are your strategies? Have you decided? Have you thought about it?
Now, as we all know, we are part of the NDA partner. We are also part of NEDA. We are always committed to our partnership. We are never the party who never betrayed our party. Once we give our commitment, we stick to our commitment. Whatever case may be, we do our part. We supported BJP as a partner of NEDA, and we promised to the people that we will work for the peace and prosperity in the state.
Right.
We did our part.
Right.
Till today, we are still going well with our partners.
So that is.
And the world have seen the changes.
Yes. Now this is you. Thank you. You have been very clearly speaking. You have spoken in a very clear voice. Mr. Awangbo Newmai has spoken in a very clear voice. He has removed a lot of confusion, because yesterday his top leaders had criticized the Congress, and today Mr. Newmai is saying that the NPF is a party who do not betray their alliance partners. That means they have backed the BJP and they are still with the NDA, of which the BJP is a dominant player. Now, let me turn to Nurul Hassan. Mr. Nurul Hassan, now, you see, NPP and NPF both were part of the BJP-led government in Manipur. Now, while NPF has very clearly said that once they have given a commitment, they are going to stand by the commitment. But that is not the case with the NPF. That is not the case with your party. That is the NPP. NPP is criticizing the BJP openly now. Yes, I can hear you. Carry on.
I cannot. Yeah. NPP, being an independent national political party which has a regional outlook, we have decided to fight this 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election without pre-poll alliance with any political party, and we are fighting this election with different issues which has always been kept neglected in last 11 Manipur Legislative Assembly elections. Now the question is that the political void, the political vacuum that is in existence in Manipur right now is going to be filled by the NPP. and NPP will be an alternative political party, and we will emerge as a single largest political party, NPP will definitely lead the next government. This is our belief and confidence.
Yes, okay, fine.
And
Fine. If NPP has to lead the next government, you need 20 more people or you need 10 to 15 more people. Where are these numbers coming from? Who are your potential allies? Many people are saying that you are the B team of the BJP. You are contesting separately, but you are actually the B team of the BJP. So you, in any case, have the BJP. So who are your other than the BJP?
The thing is that any political party may claim that we are a B, C, D team, but we are not a team of any political party. We are an independent national political party, and after the result, after the actual figures, we will sit down and we will go with a like-minded political party.
Is Congress...
Post-poll alliance will have with a like-minded...
Nurul, is Congress untouchable for you? Is the Congress untouchable for you, or you are open to alliance with the Congress as well?
I would like to answer in this manner that after the result of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election, we will sit down with senior leaders and the national president at the same time with all the elected legislature, and we will decide that we will go with a principle that a political party which will give us a common minimum program, which will have a cabinet coordination committee. Now, at the same time, the guiding principle will be, just give me 1 second, 30 more seconds. We will go with the People's Action Document, which will be a guiding objective principle, the manifesto that we have produced and we have kept in front of the people of Manipur will be a guiding principle for the NPP to form post-poll alliance with any political party that is like-minded political party.
Got it. But before coming to Prithviraj, let me ask one question to Debabrata. Last time you were on my show, Debabrata, you said that the Congress will have no problem in having an alliance with the NPP. So what are you going to say today?
Is clear. We are open to every alliance except then the BJP. To us, the BJP will ally with anybody. NPF now is speaking against the Congress, but their master, the BJP, has already said that they don't have any alliance, pre-poll alliance, or they are not liking to partner with any of the NPF or the NPP. So where do they form the government? Without a Congress, either of the two, though NPP is hopeful of getting. They say they will have the largest number. But see, the candidates that NPP is having are the ticket losers of the BJP, ticket seekers who lost, who couldn't get BJP ticket, rushed to the NPP and then to the JDU. So that is the situation. So it is all expectation.
Okay, I'll have to.
In reality, they have to ally with us or don't form the government.
I'll have to go for a break, but before that, Prithviraj, so it is very clear now, you don't have any pre-poll alliance, but the Naga People's Front is a far more dependable ally for the BJP in Manipur today than your ally of 5 years, that is the NPP. Do you buy this argument? Do you agree, Prithviraj?
Well, Wasbir, technically speaking, the NPF and the NPP are very much a part of the NDA, which comes under the NEDA also. But to be very honest and frank, I will confidently say that after the 10th of March, which is less than a month's time, you will see the Bharatiya Janata Party forming the next government with an absolute resounding victory. See, there's a difference between confidence and overconfidence. I believe the NPP is little overconfident, but whatever it is, good luck to them. The reality, the fact of the matter is the mood of the people of the state of Manipur is concerned that the BJP is coming back with an absolute victory. As far as in the last question, I was cut short due to some technical stuff. The Congress calling our manifesto a bunch of lies and stuff like that. I will just take 30 seconds on that issue. See, if increasing of old age pension scheme is a bunch of lie, or is increasing of the Chief Minister Huxel Tengwa CMHT and the Go to Village program, they are a game changer in the last 5 years. It has increased to 2 lakh to 5 lakh. This is directly benefiting the poor people of the state who were deprived of, for medical treatment. Thousands of people are dying due to unavailability of these kind of schemes in the past many years. So this has been
right. Right, but Prithviraj, you have not answered my question. Now, do you get a sense today that the Naga People's Front is a more dependable ally than the NPP, which has turned your opponent now?
Well, we'll see after the result. See,
but NPA, Naga, no. Why are you hesitating to say? Mr. Awangbo Nyuma is sitting on this program. He has categorically said that NPF is a party which do not, Naga People's Front is a party which do not betray. Once they have come into an alliance means, Prithviraj, you are laughing, but I want a clear answer from you. Mr. Nyuma is sitting here.
Yes. In the last 5 years, the people of Manipur know who is a more friendly ally, who is a more trouble ally, who have stood with the BJP through thick and thin, and who has taken advantage during crucial time, and which party has trying to pull down the government. People of Manipur know. So I think that answers your question.
So Prithviraj, very, very diplomatically, he has indirectly or directly accused the NPP of being a troublemaker and also trying to pull down the government. It says it is a fact that the NPP had once withdrawn support with the Deputy Chief Minister quitting the Biren Singh cabinet. I will allow Nurul Hassan for a response, but after the break, I will also go directly to Mr. Awangbo Nyuma. But after this very, very short break, don't go away. I'll be right back in a few minutes. Welcome back. Let me go straight to Mr. Awangbo Nyuma, the president of the Naga People's Front, joining me from Imphal this evening. Awangbo Nyuma, the 10 seats, do you think parties like the NPF, do you think this time parties like the NPF cannot be ignored? Although you may be contesting just 10 seats, but you cannot be ignored because smaller parties may be necessary to strike a balance if nobody secures a very clear majority. Like last time, do you think NPF this time is also going to be a key player? Because I'm asking you this question, the BJP is saying that they will emerge victorious with an absolute majority. Then what happens? If they don't take you, if they don't need your numbers, then what will be your role?
Before I directly answer your question, I would like to give a very small comment on the government which the NPP have said. NPP have said just now that they have been sidelined, they have been betrayed. The world knows they enjoyed lion's share in our government. 4 out of 4, including Deputy Chief Minister, was given to the NPP. What more they want? Out of 4, they want five ministers? Or otherwise, I think they were the people who get the privileged modes. And now the people are capable of judging which party do what. Now coming to your question, we have put up only 10 candidates who have the potentiality to win. Our commitment and our mission is to bring peace in the state.
Yes.
Reach out to each and every community. You know, our state is a very complex state. We need to understand the sentiment of each and every community, and this is our role, where we have played our role very well, I should say.
Okay.
It is up to the people. Of course, it's up to the BJP people whether they want to go along with us or whether they want to leave us.
Now, Mr.
We don't mind.
Mr. Newmai,
But we will go on with our mission. Yeah.
right. I have to
Yes,
ask you.
please.
I am coming to you, Nurul Hassan, for your response. I'm going to Devabrata and Pritivilas also. But Mr. Newmai, you know, you have categorically extended
Right.
your support. You have categorically extended your support to the BJP by saying that NPF is a
Right.
party which do not betray its partners. My question is, today in their election,
Right.
Today in their election manifesto, the BJP has promised to protect.
Right.
BJP has promised to protect the territorial integrity of Manipur, whereas the Naga People's Front has a dream of a greater Nagaland with working under one administrative unit if possible. Is that not what you want? Is there a conflict? Is there a conflict?
In democracy, everybody has the liberty to express the sentiment of the people. My community wants to live under one government. That is the sentiment, the desire of the people, who is our people express the desire of the people. Now, in democracy, we have an institution, parliament, and also we have assembly to discuss what is best for everybody.
Right.
What is the best for everybody? We have our central government,
Right.
we have our people.
Right.
Now, Nagas and the government of India is engaged in talks.
Absolutely. Now,
They have
Mr. Newmai,
agreed
yes,
to bring
of course.
amicable,
Solution.
acceptable, and permanent solution.
Right. Now,
is,
NPF leader Awangbo.
People's freedom.
May I stop
think,
you for a minute?
Guaranteed under the Constitution of India.
Absolutely. You are
to
very right. I'm coming back to you. I'm coming back
the
to you,
wishes
Mr.
of the
Newmai.
people.
I'm coming back to you,
Now,
Mr. Newmai. Now, Mr. Awangbo Newmai, the president of the NPF, said that if NPF is representing the voice of the Naga people who wants to stay under one government, is meaning that Nagas in Manipur wants to live, as well as the Nagas in Nagaland wants to live under one administrative unit or one government. That's what he said. And he said that in a democracy, everybody has the right to express their point of view. Fair enough. This is what democracy is all about. Nurul Hassan, Mr. Newmai has said that you cannot claim to have been sidelined. You cannot say today on the eve of the elections that, oh, NPP has been sidelined in the last 5 years, because you had 4 MLAs and all 4 were ministers, including Deputy Chief Minister. That is what Mr. Newmai is saying. But that is a fact. How do you defend that?
Yeah, NPP was a part and is a part of the BJP-led government, but the BJP from the very day one have always been trying to suppress NPP and weaken NPP. This has been their design. This has become their fashion. And in doing so, they could not give a proper governance to the people of Manipur in last 5 years. The government could not deliver. There are many schemes that has been launched, but are these schemes really reaching out to the downtrodden mean for them, the beneficiaries? Are the beneficiaries benefiting from these schemes? This is one question. The good governance part is a big zero. And the overconfidence of the BJP and its leader, the panelist, the co-panelist has expressed that NPP was a troublemaker. In fact, they must thank NPP that it is only because of NPP support that this government could be formed and this government is still there. Otherwise, BJP-led government would never have been a reality. And NPP has always demanded and has always asked for a common minimum program, cabinet coordination committee. No doubt there are 4 ministers, but limited powers were assigned to them. Deputy Chief Minister, though he has a finance portfolio, but he do not have a power to sanction more than 2 crores. He is limited to up to 2 crores rupees, and beyond 2 crore, it is handled by the Chief Minister himself. Is this visible in any part of India?
Let me get a response. I need to get a response to this from Prithviraj. I'm coming to you, Devabrata, in a minute. Prithviraj, now it is very, very clear that the divide between the BJP and your former ally, I have to use the word former ally, although technically Mr. Joy Kumar Singh is still the Deputy Chief Minister. Mr. Joy Kumar Singh is still the Deputy Chief Minister of Manipur. The other 2 NPP MLAs are still ministers, but NPP has gone ballistic against the BJP. They're saying that there was 0 good governance in Manipur in the last 5 years. Prithviraj, please respond.
Can you repeat the last part of your question?
No, simple. The NPP has gone ballistic against the BJP. NPP is saying there was 0 good governance in Manipur in the last 5 years. You seem to accept that argument.
Well, I mean, good luck to the NPP. That's what I said a little while ago, that there's a difference between confidence and overconfidence. See, if they think that this strategy, that by blaming the BJP here in the state of Manipur is trying to get them some 1 or 2 seats, then good luck to them. But it's the people of Manipur who knows the fact. The last 5 years, like my good friend from the NPF have categorically said that the NPP has got the lion's share in the government. They have got 4 ministers, 1 is the deputy ministers, and who's getting what portfolio is the prerogative of the chief ministers. And at the fag end of the term, with a few days left for the people of Manipur to vote, saying that we have not got this portfolio or that portfolio. This is just a political gimmick. They don't have any other good reasons to come up. And what about reaching out schemes, not reaching out to people? I will just ask my dear friend from the NPP that out of the 3 constituencies where the NPP is representing, please ask the people of those 3 constituencies the good schemes of the government, the pro-poor schemes of Shri Biren Singh government is reaching out to the people, of the marginalized people of those 3 constituencies. The answer is no. Then that is the prerogative of the MLAs. What have been they doing? There are lot many good schemes. Scholarships are given. The health cards, which has been given, directly benefited. Go to Hill, and the Go to Hill is a game changer. It's a last mile delivery system where the government officers comes to door to door of people living in remote areas. These are game changers. And these are the reasons why we are so confident that the Bharatiya Janata Party is coming back with the resounding victory in the upcoming elections.
Okay. Let me go to Mr. Devabrata Singh. Mr. Devabrata Singh, you have been quietly listening to the war of words between the NPP and the BJP. Now, do you think that the Congress will be able to cash in? Do you think that the Congress will be able to capitalize on the scenario in Manipur this time? Because, until recently, a lot of people will be asking this question. If the NPP was so unhappy with the BJP, why did it not quit? Why did it stay on and complete the entire 5-year term? Who was asking them to carry on? So that is the question which a lot of people are asking the NPP. I'll give an opportunity to Nurul to answer, but your question to you, Devabrata, do you think that the Congress will be able to capitalize on this situation?
Wasbir, thank you for converting your show into a battleground between the NPP and the BJP. So they will consolidate our opportunity to encash on the situation. And other than BJP, we can any party can support us to form the government. Even if we have the majority, any like-minded party, we can go along. Not only the NPP or the NPF. The NPF is criticizing today the Congress party because they don't have any other party to criticize with, because this is the way how politics works. So therefore, NPP, of course, they have other visions. They have their people's voice. All these things will take time to address with. But Congress party, we don't have any responsibility on it, because we are doing as part of the Constitution and nothing more than that. We have maintained a very stable state in the last 60, 70 years. Coming to the point of forming the government, you have seen that the allies having a common government cannot go alone. Whether it be NPF, it be NPP,
right.
But NPP has different opinion on different subjects than the BJP. That's why they cannot meet each other. Anyway, there is small issues considering the coming big thing that who will form the government. So we are working very hard to get the largest majority, and we are going to that. Anything may happen, but to us, any party is our friend and ally in future post the result declaration, and we are happy that people start supporting us.
Absolutely. I am running completely out of time. Nurul Hassan.
Thank you.
Nurul Hassan, you are saying that you are going to get Bimars as the largest single party, but you have fielded candidates in only 40 seats. Your leaders are saying that you will get 20 seats. Now, if you get 20 seats, you need at least 11 seats. Now, you are saying that you are not prepared to commit to take the help of the Congress, whereas the Congress is saying that they have no problem in aligning with even NPP. So why are you so guarded? Are we to believe that you are guarded because you, in any case, have the BJP to fall back on?
Not at all. This is not the right forum to decide that with which party we will go after post-poll alliance. It will be decided only after the result is out. So we will decide accordingly, considering all the circumstances and all the situation and prevailing conditions and all. And secondly, in my assembly constituency, Khetrigao assembly constituency, the marginalized people are not getting a single benefit of the schemes that have been launched in the last 5 years. This is a BJP sitting MLA here. What you would like to say about this? There is no good governance. This is just only a plain claim and the rhetoric for the upcoming elections. And we are going with a vision which is different, and we will, the people of Manipur has seen the government of INC as well as the BJP-led government. So the people of Manipur will definitely give opportunity to NPP to lead the next government, and we will emerge as the victorious, and we will emerge as the single largest political party.
All right, NPP keeping the cards close to its chest, understandable in this kind of a scenario where they are hoping that they would emerge as the dark horse maybe and tilt the power balance in Manipur. Mr. Awangbo Nyumai, in this kind of a scenario, you are very, very clear-cut. Your focus is it is understandable that you have made your allegiance, or you are leaning towards the BJP. That is very clear. Of course, you have a lot at stakes. The Naga Peace Accord, is at the ball of the Naga Peace Accord is at the court of the center. And that has been your main election plank, bringing peace to Manipur, isn't it? So you have some obligations there. Very briefly, I'm running short of time.
You see, we support peace process because we want peace in the country. We want peace in our region. We are not a negotiating party. We have, Naga people have suffered a lot. We want to have peace, which is also permanent. But I have a complete faith in the negotiating party. I have faith in the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister will come out with the most amicable solution, which I will say that which is not only benefit the Nagas alone, but the entire community in the region as well as in the country.
Absolutely.
That's why, in a true sense, we support peace.
Absolutely, Mr.
We want
Newmai.
peace. We want...
Right.
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Newmai,
Yes.
very, very clearly, categorically stating that he has faith in the Prime Minister, that he will come up with an amicable solution that is acceptable to the Naga people, and the NPF has full faith in Prime Minister, and NPF only concern is to bring about acceptable peace in Manipur. Very quickly, Prithviraj, how would you see the battle? How do you see the battle? Very, very 10 seconds to you, Prithviraj. How do you see the forthcoming battle?
Well, the people of Manipur, both in the hill and valley, have already decided they want a very strong, committed government. The delivery that we have done in the last 5 years, we have given a bun-free, corruption-free Manipur, a government. So the people of Manipur want a very strong and stable government. That is the reason the people of Manipur is voting the BJP to back to power with an absolute majority. So this is because of our good work, which we have provided in the last 5 years. So definitely we are very much confident, like I've said.
Okay, thank you, Prithviraj.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely out of time. Well, the battle lines are drawn in Manipur. Battle lines are clearly drawn. It is clearly going to be a three-cornered contest. The BJP on one side, the NPP on another, and of course the Congress on the other side. So the NPP trying its best to emerge as a serious opposition party in the state, although people have said that it is a B team of the BJP, a charge which the NPP has completely denied. The Congress, watching the fight between the NPP and the BJP, the Congress also exuding confidence that it is going to emerge as the single largest party. The Congress saying that it is open to alliance with all like-minded parties, including the NPP, but the NPP would not commit a possible alliance with the Congress because that might upset the apple cart at the end of the day, because we don't know how the voters are going to vote at the end of the day. The voters are king in any election. I always say that, and we'll have to wait until the 10th of March to know who actually has the last laugh. I thank all my panelists for participating in this very, very engaging show, and the viewers for watching the program. Good night and goodbye.